Hi guys, this is Bill from Spencer1984.com with another update to the eX-Driver Caterham Super 7. And we're going to start off this update with about half a paint job, because this.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I had just started to get some color on it when I noticed the hole here in the middle and these two at the bottom. They weren't on the car in eX-Driver. Those are for the spare tire carrier, which this car isn't equipped with. So, what I had to do is I had to fill those in. I put a plug in the hole in the middle, and then I added this sheet styrene to the back side, and then filled in the outside so that I had something to work off of. And then went through, sanded all that, added a little putty to it, and now, theoretically, it's ready for paint again. But this is the rear frame, and you can see how that fits in there. So that's still okay. It just had a little bit extra that used to stick out the back so you could mount the spare tire. So yeah, not my brightest moment. Not fatal, but it did set me back a little bit. I did also do some other work. I've got the rear end basically ready to go. I cut off the end of the drive shaft because with it all together, there's not quite enough space for the whole thing in there to put it in like this. But once it's in place, that's how it's going to look, and you can't see the leading edge of the drive shaft. So this will be fine. Just going to have a little bit of a missing bit in the middle there. Also good news, the hood is coming along nicely. Yeah, no complaints there. The Archer transfers are doing exactly what they should. And I also got a little bit of paint on the engine. I did the engine and transmission in slightly different colors. I did the transmission in titanium silver and the engine in bare metal. I just wanted a little bit of contrast between the two. Didn't want everything to look like it was the same color silver. So those are coming along okay. I also got the cycle fenders mounted. These were kind of a process. It wasn't really hard per se, but there weren't really clear instructions on how to mount them, so I took my best guess here and have them arranged like this. This really kind of gives me the best connection between the wheel hub and the fender. But once I got that together, I found out another problem. That is, these are the wheels that I was originally planning to use, and yeah, they don't really fit all that well. Cycle fenders are a bit smaller than I thought. You can see the center of the hub is nowhere near the center of the tire. So I need to rethink what I'm doing here. And after some brainstorming and looking for ideas, I think I came up with the solution. And that's this. This is a 30-second scale from Jada, and I really like the way these wheels look. So I thought they might be able to work out in the slightly larger scale. I've done similar wheel swaps in the past, and just kind of eyeballing it, I think this will work out, but we're going to give it a shot here. Get this apart, and get the wheel off. And now if I compare this to the wheel that I was originally going to use, you see it is a bit smaller. Got the lower profile tire, which feels more appropriate for the Caterham. And if I stick it in cycle fender, it's skinny, but I like the diameter. And if I compare it to one of the tires that came in the kit, the diameter is pretty close, and width really isn't that far off either. I don't know, I might use these for the front wheels. You can let me know what you think. They're definitely not going to work for the back wheels, because I put those in the fenders, and that looks ridiculous. Just too small and too skinny. But went ahead and carved off the shoulder on this one, And I've got some tires from Fujimi. If I put them together, I think that'll work out okay. And that fits the fender opening nicely. It's got a good width to it. So I really think that these are winners for the back wheels. They're just a little bit too big for the fronts. Diameter isn't too bad, but you see, width is definitely going to be a problem. They're at least probably 2 treads wider than what should fit under the cycle fenders. So yeah, I'm still not sure what I'm going to be doing up front here, but I think I've got some potential with these. And that's really about it for this week. So much of the build depends on the body being used as an anchor for everything that until I get this finished and painted, I'm really kind of stalled on some of the work. Now at this point, I'm going to give the back end of the car another base and color coat. Hopefully that's all taken care of now, and as long as it is, then I can start in on the rest of the construction. So I will have another update next week. You can check back then, and thanks for watching.